Hey y'all, hey, happy Resurrection Sunday. What's good, what's good, what's good? I am leaving church. I'm leaving church. And it was a really good sermon per usual. Not a surprise. No surprise here as far as the delivery of the service, and the sermon rather. And I'm just so happy that my parents joined me at church today because I started to feel lonely. And I'm so happy they came. That really put me at peace, and it definitely settled me that they were there in the building, in the environment, in the atmosphere with me. And I really needed that. Like, some things I guess maybe I just don't know that I need, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. Like, I see my parents all the time and this and that and the third, but I forget that I have been on this journey by myself and attending church by myself out of the shadow of my parents. So I don't go to the church that they used to go to anymore. I go to my own separate church, as y'all know. And I didn't realize how much I really missed them being a part of my church community and being with me and praising and worshiping with me. So I really needed that. Like, when they were there, I was just so happy the entire time. I was smiling. I mean, I'm always smiling, but I was just so filled with gratitude. And so, yeah, I'm just so happy that they came to church with me today. But yes, I'm so happy, and I'm even more grateful because they actually enjoyed the service. And after church, I walked them to the truck, to my dad's truck, and my mom was like, yeah, she kind of hard to please, especially when it comes to churches and stuff like that and people preaching. She's very particular, just like myself. I'm very like specific and stuff. So yeah, she really enjoyed herself. She's like, we enjoy the service. She said we really liked it. I was like, good, but I know they probably won't join just because it's so far. They just came for me and to be with me on this special day, on this Resurrection Sunday. So I'm just grateful that they even chose to do that for little old me. I'm so happy. But I didn't realize, like, I really didn't realize how much I needed that mentally and spiritually as well, spiritually too, to just be with my parents at church. I miss it. But I do feel like this church that I'm currently at is more fitting for me, and it's cool for me, but they definitely settled my spirit when they're with their presence being there today. So yeah. yes, those are my babies. And it's like, even though I see them all the time, because like I told y'all yesterday, I was literally at the nail shop with my mama. I went to their house the day before. Like, I'm always seeing them by the grace of God. That's a blessing in itself, to just be able to say that I can see my parents physically, you know. And so I may not always feel like the Lord hears me when it's prayers directly for me and what I need healing on and what I need help with and work on and stuff like that. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't hear me when it comes to me, regarding me directly, and my prayers directly about me. But I do thank him, because I feel like I know he hears me. I know he's listening because of all the prayers that I've sent out on behalf of my parents and my niece and my nephews and my brothers and the mothers of their children and stuff like that. I know he hears me. So if I'm praising him for anything, it's for hearing me in those regards and answering my prayers in those regards. I am just so forever grateful for him hearing prayers regarding the ones that I love. So he don't necessarily hear prayers about myself, I don't think, but I am grateful and gracious that he has answered every prayer that I've sent out for them. So thus far, so yeah, but yeah, so that's just a blessing to be able to say that, you know, I can physically see my parents. They're getting older. Life is very unexpected. Like, you just never know. That's just how it is. But I'm going to try to enjoy them and enjoy my people while they're here. And again, are here is just, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And it's a blessing because so many people have lost their moms, their fathers, their grandmothers who stepped in place of their mothers. And I know, I can only imagine that that's extremely, extremely tough. Oh my gosh. I've heard people, close people to me, who have lost their moms. Quite a few women in my life from college specifically have lost their moms. I had a best friend at the time in middle school who lost her mom in middle school. What were you in the 8th grade, 7th grade or 8th grade? Yeah, she lost her mom to breast cancer. And I just know that's something that she deals with every single day. She let it be known. She talks about it. Even my best friend that passed away in 2019, the one who we celebrated with in Jamaica, she lost her mom due to the same freaking disease, breast cancer. And when she was little, and so, you know, she was stripped away from her mom, like her mom was stripped away from her. And now she has since joined her mother in 2019. She went and joined her mom. So you know, we can only see what we see on the outer layer. We really don't know how people are truly feeling internally, with their soul, with their minds, their thoughts. And that's one thing that kind of settles me when it comes to my best friend that I'm speaking of. I'm speaking on two close friends of mine that lost their moms to breast cancer, but the one that I was telling y'all about in 2019, that passed away in 2019, yeah, it's just like, I kind of feel like we didn't really know what she was dealing with internally, as far as like wanting to reunite with her mom and stuff like that on that other side, because then she ended up losing her grandmother too. Her grandmother just passed away due to old age. She was 102, but that was her mom's mom, and she passed away in 2019 as well, before my best friend. But I feel like, honestly, truthfully, if I'm being 100 about it, I feel like she was ready to go. As young as she was, as lively as she was, I feel like she's already lost her mom, and then she backdoored and lost her grandmother in 2019, and that was her rock, her heart. That's what kept her going, because it was her mother's mom, right? And then to lose her. So I actually should not have been surprised or whatever by her passing, but you don't really think about things or process things until years later, to where I'm really just accepting that she was probably ready to go. She never shared it with us. She showcased her livelihood, and that she knew there was only one life to live, and she was just trying to live it to the fullest. And so by that time, when the day came for her to pass, she would have no regrets, no regrets. And honey, when I say she lived that thing called life, she lived that, she did that, my girl. I miss her so much, but I know she's with her mommy. So, and her granny cool than a mug. Granny was cool. She was wearing her Jordans, her Air Jordans at 102 years old, baby. She sent me a picture of her granny wearing her Jordans, and she had her hat to the side. Okay, T.I. before T.I. was T.I. hat to the side. She had her little cane right there in her little Jordans. I said, oh my gosh, she is the cutest thing. And so yeah, she was just ready to reunite with the two of them, I believe. And so yeah, and that's the same for my big cousin who passed away of the heart attack. I think, it takes time for me to really process some things. Not necessarily process things, because I processed that before, but to really accept what I process. That's the thing. To truly accept what I process. So yeah, even my big cousin, I feel like he was ready to go. Like, I kid you not, every day of his life, my cousin would just reminisce on my grandparents, our grandparents. And this is on my mom's side. So our grandparents on my mom's side, who raised him in Miami, Florida. And my big cousin, our biggest, oldest cousin, right, who passed away on a motorcycle accident. He would talk about him all the time, because they were thick as thieves like this, okay? I think they were, a year or two apart, so not too far off in age, which is really what bonded them and had them with such a great connection. But But yeah, so he would talk about my grandparents all the time. He would talk about my cousin all the time. And then we've lost other cousins along the way. So he would always talk about them and just watching them grow up. And then one of them lived with him. So you can just imagine like what be on people's minds and hearts and how they truly feel, and the pieces that can never be put back together because those people are gone. And so that's something that I have to really just kind of understand as to why, you know, God may have possibly taken those people away from us. We don't know what they were battling with. We don't know what their desires of their hearts were, you know, which is possibly to have reunited with their loved ones on the other side. And it's a hard thing to grasp. It's very challenging to accept, obviously, for me anyways. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like, I don't put that past anyone for their desires of their hearts to say, hey, I want to reconnect with my loved ones now. Like, it's time. I have nothing else left on this earth to fulfill. I just want to be with them. And again, it may be hard for us because we're selfish. As human beings, we want people here with us on this earth, no matter how crazy and wicked it can be. But ultimately, we don't know. We don't know what these individuals want and what they desire. And it could just be reconnection on the other side. And so, yeah. But my parents, I'm just so happy. They made me so happy today. And they were on time. And I was on time. I was super early. But I actually went to, we call it the corridor, but I went to the other room inside the church to help put the eggs inside of the bags this morning. So I had to get there early. I made it at 8:57, you guys. I made it at 8:57. He said had the eggs there by 9 a.m. So it was supposed to be a big Easter egg scavenger hunt type thing, but I kind of figured that due to the weather, it was going to be canceled. And so yeah, that's what happened. They still had eggs, but we just ended up putting them inside of these bags. So that the children just came after church and grabbed the bags full of eggs. But yeah, so filled the bags of eggs and then went out and waited for my parents. And I was like, how far are y'all? I told them to be there by 9:15 because my mama have a punctual problem. That lady has no concept of time. No concept of time whatsoever. Again, if I am saying anything on YouTube, it is not to embarrass my mommy. It's nothing that she hasn't heard all her life. She knows this, but they were on time because, baby, my daddy, he is punctual. He is very punctual. And I told him last night, Daddy, please be there by 9:15, no later than 9:15, because you know it's first Sunday. Any church you go to, baby, any church you go to on today is going to be packed wall to wall, okay? And the parking already be tight, so please get there on time. Please get there early. And so they were there early. I'm so proud of my mommy. Yeah. She welcome because I helped her pick out her dress and stuff for today. And so she already had her hair done. So all she had to do was get up, get herself together, and put on that dress. And that's what she did. So I'm proud of her. She was ready to go. She did her makeup. She looked beautiful. My daddy looked handsome. They used to be so cute. But yeah, so today has been a beautiful Sunday so far. I kind of want to go somewhere, to be honest. I kind of want to pop out just for a second because I feel like I'm always here and then home. Here and then home. Here and then home. But the weather is forbidding. It's not bad right now, like y'all can see. It's not raining. It did that this morning and last night. Well, I'm sorry, more so last night. It did that. And then this morning it's been kind of just chill, very windy. That's about all. But for the most part, it's been very, very cool. Do I want to go somewhere? I really do. I really don't want to go home right now. I want to go eat something good since I can eat now. I can eat now, y'all. But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't feel like spending money for real. Y'all know I don't ever feel like spending money. But I do want to get out the house. But anytime I get out the house, it's going to require money being spent. So that's partially why I'm primarily always in a house. Because I already know. Hold on, you guys. My parents, my mama's calling me. Let me see what she wants. Hold on.